Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. You have Rhino, you have Colgate. We have this beer, Stormy Monday, from Bush Pilot Brewing Company. Now, Stormy Monday is a contract brewery. Well, sorry, Stormy Monday. Bush Pilot is a contract brewery that brews at the brewery they're actually employed at. They work at Brook. So they brew this at Brook. Anyway, Stormy Monday is a barley wine aged in Calvados barrels. I don't even know what a Calvados barrel is.
I'm assuming a type of wine.
I would assume that as well, because they do say on the back that they partially did this at Niagara College. So I would assume wine. 11% alcohol by volume. Range.
That is some. Can
be cellared for up to 8 years. Crew.
Let's put it away.
Minimum 2. This is a beer to be shared. Type. Spiced barrel-aged barley wine. Mission. To raise the bar in Canadian craft beer brewing. Powered by 11% alcohol. Instruction. Brewed at Niagara College Teaching Brew, Niagara on the Lake, Ontario, and Brook Brewery, Burlington, Ontario. Aged in Domaine du Pont Calvados barrels from Normandy, France. Okay, yeah, so probably wine. Designer, Bush Pilot Brewing Company. Characteristics, who fucking gives a shit. Payload, 25 ingredients. Water, 7 different barley malts, 5 different hops. Dried quincy?
Yeah, I'd say quincy.
Okay. Dried apple, maple syrup, dried bitter orange peel, cranberry, cardamom, cloves, vanilla, cocoa, raisins, dried figs, juniper berries, and coffee. That is a very intense list of beers.
It's a lot that could go wrong.
It's a lot that could go right, too, though.
This is true.
Joe says he thinks Calvados is brandy. So
could be Normandy, France. It could be brandy too.
It's probably good. Certainly looks nice.
It smells beautiful, and I'm not even near it.
Yeah, you can pick that up.
Alrighty. Looks beautiful. That's a dark mahogany brown. Beautiful head. Smell.
Hazy.
Oh god, that smells good.
Oh wow.
The juniper berries come out. The apple comes out. The figs come out.
Smells very rich.
You do smell, though, that it's 11% alcohol.
Yeah, it does kind of burn your nostrils a little bit. What else does it even say is in here? Cardamom, not really smelling that. Cloves, yes. Vanilla, not getting it. Cocoa, not getting it, but I'm probably going to taste that more. Raisins, well, I'm smelling the figs, so the raisins are probably in there too.
Maple syrup.
Maple syrup, it does talk about maple syrup. I'm not really smelling maple syrup, though, are you?
No, hopefully it comes through.
Yeah. Bitter orange peel, again, that's not usually going to be on the nose. I don't even know what Quince is, but, so I don't know if I'm smelling that or not. 7 barley malts. I'm not getting anything that I'd expect from barley malt. I'm not getting a molasses, I'm not getting a toffee, I'm not getting a caramel, but you know what, it doesn't matter because I'm smelling so much shit right now that my nose is just exploding with scent.
Really clings to the side of the glass, eh?
Oh yeah, it has a viscosity that is,
yep.
Wow.
This is beautiful.
Let's try it.
Cheers.
Cheerio, good sir. Wow. That's warming. It's warming up in my nose, too.
Yep. Alcohol bite. It's pretty damn smooth considering, though.
Yeah, you can taste the chocolate. You can taste the vanilla. The vanilla is very apparent. You can taste the coffee. Really, the fruits all seem to be on the nose, and all the things that you would have expected on the nose seem to be on the palate.
That's
What do you have to say there, Hando?
damn good.
I don't like the alcohol burn. I just can't get past it.
This would be great in like later, like cooler months, I think, for dessert.
Definitely.
It's a nice little warmer.
Well, it is a barley wine, right? So
Yeah.
it would have came out in the January, February type months. I didn't get it until last month when I was in Toronto because we don't have it anywhere around here. But that also screams something about the beer that it was still there by then. I do believe this was. I'm not even because I'm not online. I'm not going to look up the price right now. But I do remember that this was a higher priced beer.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is probably why it didn't move all that fast, because it was a higher priced beer from a brewery that nobody had heard of, because it's a brand new contract
Right.
brewery. Only beer I know of that they've made go to the LCBO as well.
Now this isn't available at Nickelbrook?
No.
Okay.
This is a really nice beer to try. It really is. I think the fact that it's almost a year old is probably nice, because the alcohol burn probably would have been exquisitely, well, very well noticeable at the beginning. Where
Yeah, I imagine it's tamed down a little bit.
Yeah, it's been almost a year. I'm pretty sure it's tamed down quite a bit.
$12.75 is the price.
Yeah, so $13 a bottle. That's probably why there was still a couple bottles left when I got there.
For a bottle this size, if you're sharing it though, like a bottle of wine. Not
Yeah, no,
terri-
it's a-
not
yeah,
Well, that's what this
Barley
is, right?
wine,
This
though,
is
right?
a table beer. It's not a sit down on your own and drink it.
Well, for some people.
Definitely
maybe.
not.
But aged up to 8 years, just like any other barley wine, yeah, I don't know. And see, we've had this conversation before. Do you want to buy a beer and then sit on it for 8 years? The Honey Monster said he would, but if I'm spending $13 on a bottle of beer, I don't want it to sit in my basement for 5 or 6
Exactly
years.
what
before I
happened
get
with
to
me and Bare Naked Lady Stout.
Yeah.
I just couldn't hold it.
I'd want to try one right away and maybe cellar one, but to spend $26 on 2 bottles, I wouldn't. That's the thing. I was talking about aging a few bottles of the Tempest Imperial Stout from last year, but they were $6 a bottle.
Yeah.
So to have a couple at the time and leave them for a year and forget about them, it's not that hard. But like a $14 bottle of beer, I wouldn't want to do it with.
Yeah, I think this beer is worth $14 a bottle because
Mm-hmm.
of all the ingredients in it and the complexity of the taste. But would I buy it and then cellar it? No. If you want to cellar it, you guys cellar it before you sell it to us.
Yeah. I don't typically buy beer to put away and forget about.
Yeah, I know. That's why Big Flats for the win.
Big flats.
This actually, and I don't know how many of you two here have tried it, but this actually kind of reminds me of the Obsidian Porter from Cameron's.
Yeah, there's the rum barrel aged
The
one.
rum barrel
yeah.
porter,
It is
yes.
kind of similar to that.
And I
That
think
was
it's
a good
because
beer.
of all the
That is a
spices
great
in
beer.
this come out as a almost rummish flavor.
Yeah,
Like,
That makes sense.
totally.
and I think that's why I like it so much, is because it's coming off like that. It's coming off like that, but with a little more of an alcohol burn. I kind of wish I had bought 2 bottles of it, but again, at $13 a bottle, would I?
Yeah, no, not really.
No. But I'm tasting this and I'm thinking of things I could mix it with, right? You know me and my beer alchemy. So things are going through my head right now, and
You can have this for Beer Alchemy.
I still have some in the bottle. But I don't know. It's good. It's really good, and it shows that the brewers have an understanding of what flavors work together. But again, you're looking at the same thing as you're looking at when you look at Radical Road. You're a contract brewery that's making beers that are coming out at $13, $12 a bottle. Is that really the road you want to go on? How? I don't even know.
Apparently, according to Joe, there's still a bunch of them available in Toronto and Ottawa and like bigger cities.
Yeah, which is probably the only places he really sent them to was the bigger cities. And if there's still a bunch of them sitting there, that's probably why he hasn't had any other beers hit the LCBOs, because he hasn't moved these ones. But he hasn't moved these ones because of the price point. The same thing happens with Radical Road. Radical Road's price point was way up there. They weren't moving their beers fast enough. Your beers are great. Drop the price a bit. This is stupid. Why should I be able to buy a amazing Imperial Porter for $9.95 or this for $13? You know, like...
Before I really got into a lot of crazy craft beer, I would still buy different looking beers, but to come across a $14 beer or $13 beer for the sake of trying it, I wouldn't.
Sometimes though that could actually be just the appeal of it, right? Like it's just someone new, someone who doesn't try craft beer so it's just like, oh, it's a bottle of beer that's $14. It must be amazing. Let's buy it, kind of thing.
But that can also turn them off if they buy a $14 bottle of beer that isn't very good. You might not ever do that again.
No.
And, I mean, with us, I'm going to try everything I can, so I'm going to buy it if I can get my hands on it. But I just shake my head at what has happened with the beer industry in things like this. This is a great beer, and I want to give it a 9 as a barley wine, but I can't because it's $13 a bottle. And, I mean, yes, it's a barley wine aged in barrels, and it tastes amazing. But for me, I mean, I know Alejandro doesn't like it, but for me, it tastes amazing, but do I want to go out and buy another bottle of it? As much as I'd like to say yes because of the taste of it, I can't say yes.
Yeah, I think somehow this is just pointing to the snob market, right? Like the people who just wants to go out and buy expensive shit because they can buy it and because it is expensive, so...
Well, yeah, and you have a brewmaster at a brewery that is contract brewing his own experiments that either his brewery didn't want to do or he didn't want to have his brewery make the money off of. So, yeah, it's great for you, Ryan. You made an amazing beer, but at the same time, you're not moving in the right direction when you're pushing this snob market. Yeah, you're going to have a lot of other brewers that are going to buy this. You're going to have a lot of other beer snobs that are going to buy this. You have guys like us that are going to buy it. But you're not going to sell enough of them to make anything worthwhile when you're selling them for that price. Taste-wise, it deserves a 9, so I'm going to give it a 9.25 taste-wise, but overall, I'm going to put it down at a 6.75 because the whole package, like, the taste is amazing for me. This is exactly what I want in a barley wine. I just can't find myself paying $13 again for another bottle because of the fact that for $13 I could buy almost 2 ice stouts or 2 this or 2 that or 3 of this or 4 of that. You know, it's just... Fuck, I can buy a 6-pack of Innocent Gun.
Yeah.
Like, it just comes down...
For exactly the same price.
It comes down to.
That's exactly what it comes down to. So for me, a 9.25 in taste, but overall, it's not even at the I'd buy it again mark.
I think it's a pretty good beer. It tastes pretty good. I really can't complain about the taste at all, but the bottle's massive for what it is. And, like, I don't know how many people that I know that I'd be able to split this with and they would actually enjoy it. And to pay 13, you know what I mean? But to pay $13 and have people just kind of grimace at it or something, it wouldn't be worth it. Smaller bottles, I would consider picking it up again. But
yeah, definitely.
For the price point, there's just so many things I'd rather pick up to share with people, and I would know that they would.
The thought process, right? Is hey, let's put it in a 750 milliliter, 26 ounce bottle, and people will pay more for it instead of putting it in a 500 milliliter. And that was part of the thought process, I'm sure. But even a 500 milliliter is something you'd share with people.
Yeah. But I could get 6 packs of things that I know people would like a lot more.
Innocent Gun Original goes for $13 a 6-pack.
Yeah. But
it's the same price.
You could put that down in front of people, and like this is a pretty kind of obscure thing to kind of introduce people to if they're not really.
Well, yes, barley wine is
barley
wine is a full-on beer that is a full-on acquired taste. It is one of the beers that the first barley wine you're going to taste, you're probably going to grimace at. Mm-hmm. It's not until you get to barley wine number 2 or barley wine number 3 that you really usually are into barley wines. I mean, that's not for everybody. Yeah. I mean, some people love it after the first sip, but for the most part, a barley wine is just like a triple IPA or something like that. It's exploding on your tongue, but all malt instead of all hops. And it's not for everybody until you get into them. Yeah, okay. Rating?
For me, I'll give it a 7. I don't know if I'd go and buy it again, but I can't deny that it's not good. 7.
Oh, I'm not even rating it. It's just not my thing.
Not for you.
Alrighty, guys. Stormy Monday from Bush Pilot Brewing. Bye.